Let's go. Come on in. Oh, I need a serial number.
In 300 feet, turn left.
Right now we're going to Scratch Culinary to do a maintenance on the ice machine. The 6-month maintenance.
Turn left on South 40th Street.
All right, let's go make it happen, guys. Just gonna go get our supplies, bring them in, take care of this ice machine and the customer. Good there. Yeah, I organize everything to my liking. Could always be better, but I have a good understanding of where everything's at, and it works for me, so that's what matters. It's a lot of supplies that are needed to get these PMs done. I know these are all the bags that I'm gonna use to cover up the ice machine. Good on cleaner. I think we're all set. We'll take one more bag. When I first started here, I got trained with another technician. Pretty much they were the ones that come around and train everybody around the nation. I trained with them for 2 days, and then I was on my own. From that point on, you could think that that's kind of like being thrown out to the wolves, but Easy Ice as a company has really good resources. I was able to call those guys up anytime I needed to. We have our really good Easy Ice tech support, and anytime I get stuck, I could just call them up. Even though I was out here for myself for quite a while, I never really truly felt like I was alone, because there's a lot of good support here for Easy Ice. Some of our new techs train for about a week or two. If you're coming on for a new hire as of lately, you get to ride along, get to learn how to do installs, get to learn how to do service and maintenances and any other questions they got. Sometimes they have like a long stick or spatula to break up the ice, but I got is this. Initial impressions looks pretty good. Let's get that ready. It's really good. I don't see much mold at all, if any, and just a little bit of scale. Before I would have to technically empty out the bin and take off every single part every single time. But you do a good enough cleaning every time you do these maintenances every 6 months that it reduces the amount of work you need to do the next time. My first job right after going to trade school for refrigeration and HVAC, I worked for this company doing refrigeration. We used to take care of the cook's line. Like if you ever go to a restaurant in the kitchen, the cooks have these under-counter drawers and they're all refrigerated. Well, this company I used to work for, it's a little bit nasty work. Like you'll find some old food at the bottom of the drawers. It'll make you feel good cleaning it. The technicians that I used to work with, the PM techs, they kind of did the bare minimum. Yeah, things are gross, but you put in your work at that time, you know, the next time you come out, it's a lot cleaner. You won't be like gagging, because these guys were gagging and they couldn't pick something up and they couldn't deal with it. I'm like, guys, just vacuum it up, you know, don't look at it, hold your breath, clean it real good, spotless. Next time you come out, you're not gonna have to go endure through all that all over again. To me, it was common sense, but I apply that to what I do here too. As I showed, these ones have the evaporator separation. So that's the signs that this one needs to be swapped. As good as it looks, it's unfortunate, but we do the evaporator changeouts and repairs in the refurb department. So we're gonna be pulling this machine off. They're pretty heavy. They do need a lot of oomph to take these things off. You would think something like this probably weighs about like 300 pounds. It's mainly the shape that makes it so hard to carry. Believe it or not, you can actually do this by yourself. We have a whole lift. It's a manual lift, it's a blue lift. We just put it right here in front of the machine. You could use some leverage by shifting it over, and you'll just put that right on the lift, pull the machine right off and haul it off to your truck, and bring in the new one same way and just in reverse. When they get even bigger though, it's a little bit hard. We're thinking about like 1,900 pound device machine. Those ones I do typically recommend for 2 people. You could still do it by yourself if you really need to. So I'm gonna check the evap. It's quite bad in the center. So on this ones, I like to document it. That's the evap. See how that comes apart like that? So that's not good. That means no ice is actually being formed on the spots where it separates. We want customers to be getting the full ice production on these machines. So, all right, we're gonna get a picture of this evap so I can put it on my work order. That way the team back at Easy Ice knows that this machine is no good no more. It'll still make ice. As you can see, the ice bin was full. It's just, it doesn't make it same capacity it's engineered for. Out in Arizona, you lose about 40% ice production just because it's hot, and that has to do with ambient air temperature. But the biggest factor is the water coming into the ice machine just straight from the city. I've seen it anywhere from 104 degrees in the summertime. That really halts ice production. So if you think about it, you got separate evaps, and then in the summertime you have 40% loss. You only got like almost like 20% at that point, so we don't want that. So we gotta take care of our customer here. Like, let's say this machine was like really dirty or something. Just because it's going to refurb doesn't mean like don't clean it that good. We're all a team. So if I skimp out here today, this goes to refurb, all I'm doing is making more work for the refurb guys. I'm not trying to do it, I'm trying to be a team player here. My hobby is astrophotography, so I take pictures of the planets and galaxies and nebula and all that. Favorite planet currently is Jupiter because it's so interesting to look at. There's always something different going on with that planet. It's easier to look at. Greece. And I'll throw my scissors in my bucket and it pierced it right there. So I just use it instead of taking the cap off, because if I do that, you know, I squeeze it and it comes out both ways. Whatever you gotta do. All right. Outside of Easy Ice, I do play Super Smash Brothers. I used to compete.
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm from California originally, and I met a group of people out there that we would just go to different tournaments all around SoCal. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. The highest place I ever got was like 2nd place in a small local. Pretty proud of that. And then also when it came to like monthly majors, kind of bigger tournaments, so around like 300 people, I typically would place around like 20th or 25th. But at that point, you just hit a wall where their people are so good, and it's just a wall of skill. You meet that same person again, you're like, oh crap, like, it's this guy again. Let's see how I do. Let's see if my fruits of labor paid off. I main Captain Falcon. He's my favorite character to use. I like his playstyle. It's high risk, high reward. And stylish. We're pretty much done. I'm just waiting for it to drop ice. Right now we're at 32 minutes in. Out of harvest, it's storing freeze, complete PM done. All right. I'm a boss, I got it. Carry this stuff every day. Set. I've never been to this site before, but we're pulling up to it now. I just imagine it's some kind of logistics center. We're gonna go find out where this ice machine is located. It looks like it's brand new. Change the water filter out and then see if there's any other things it needs. Usually if I'm coming up to a site and I've never been here before, I don't like to bring anything with me. The machine could be located on the other side of the whole warehouse for all I know, and I don't want to be carrying my whole buckets and ladder with me. Damien says expecting me between 1 and 2. Let's go check it out.
Oh.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you? Come on in.
Good. Okay, so we got done with the maintenance. Yeah, they were strict about filming, so got the machine done. That one was very new. It had the wrong water filter in it. That's very common for a machine that's installed for the first time.
It's also the wrong filter, so I put the correct one in there.
That one had a filter to just filter out the particulate, but not the foul taste. These machines use that sonic ice, which I talk about. It's a cubelet. It's compressed ice, and it has more water content, so it comes out with water and ice. I tasted the water. It tasted like mud.
So-so.
I put the right filter in there, and afterwards it was tasting fine. On those light PMs, since it was only 6 months, the only thing you gotta worry about is water filter and to make sure the condensers are clean, and then make sure the drainage is draining properly, and that's what I did today. So good morning all. Figured I would share some news with Chicago branch on Friday. Give everyone a chuckle on their way. Not the first time we have seen a machine get hit by a straight fire, but first time it's only made a hole in the water throw and we're able to repair it. But yeah, it's a freaking bullet right there, and it made a little hole in the reservoir. Well, good thing I don't work in Chicago. Have a great weekend. There we go. It's time for some lonche, guys. I'm just like, what's around? Like, oh yeah, Raising Cane's. Man, I was stuck with this one. Most of the logistics centers are close to like this one right here. Let's check out the quality. This looks good. They got a Scotsman. I like the lemonades and the sweet tea. Yeah, I'm excited. That was fast. Yeah, right here.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Right now we're at Egyptian Motor Hotel. We got a PM to do on a Manitowoc, so we're gonna go do the usual thing, get our supplies, and get started. I know where this machine's at, so you guys could just follow me and we'll get started from there. Cleaner right here before we head in. Manitowoc ice machine cleaner. We don't use Duda on this one because it could damage the evaporators, so you gotta use a special kind. How's it going, boss?
You guys shooting a video?
There she is. So it gets a little tricky when they need to get in here. This is it right here. We own this portion. This is their bin. Bam. Looks clean already. We're gonna clean the condenser in the back, change the water filter, run descaler and sanitizer through the machine, and we'll be good. And cover the ice bin. Don't try that at home. It's all greasy. Gotta do this quick before the dishwasher comes back. There you go. Pouring our descaler. I keep getting whiffs of beer, and I'm like, damn, I want some. It's Friday. It's Friday, I want a beer. Put a little bit of dust on that condenser. I do like Manitowocs, but sometimes they're in really tight spots, and we gotta clean that condenser up. All right, I did forget my degreaser, so I'm going back down. One thing I've learned, I've been in a lot of attics. A lot of it depends on how you shift your weight. So always had 3 points of contact. Yeah, it's a little sketchy, it's a little bit slippery, you can see the grease. And I do use that for my service calls sometimes. Like, was this machine working right on this day, or how about this day? Did it malfunction this day? Come on, baby. I never knew what this thing was ever for until I saw one guy in the kitchen get a thing of ice, and it makes it easy. Just bam, right? The restaurant opens up at 5. It's 4:17 right now, and we're just getting them stocked up on ice, so we'll just resume. Press on again. Go back to where it was at. I was originally here because this place called me out. They bought the bin and the ice machine from an auction, and they wanted me to see, like, you know, how good was the ice machine, was it still good shape, blah, blah. It was working, but the thing I always noticed for their old machine is that their evaporator, see how it's all shiny? This is where the ice is made. So this is nickel plated. On their old machine that they had, the plating was coming off, which is kind of common for Manitowocks or similar style ice machines with the grid style. And what happens is when that plating comes off, your harvest times are longer, and what can happen is the ice might never ever fall off. So it will just get stuck, and then if it does that 3 times, the machine will lock itself out. And that's what they were having issues with. You can replace a evaporator, but at that point, it's quite expensive to get a tech out and replace the evaporator. And I told them about our maintenance plans, that we come every 6 months to get the filters changed out, the condenser cleaned, and to do the routine descaler and sanitizing, and they loved it. So here we are. Our machine is right here now. So there's no mold on this machine, no scale. I mean, it's pretty expected because we come out and we do a really good job cleaning the machines out. Technically, all it needs is just a wipe down, descaling cycle, sanitize cycle, and sanitize spray, and you're all set. So I don't have a mirror. This is my mirror, so we could check to see how clean the machine is underneath. As you can see, I don't know how well you could see it on the video camera, but there's no mold on that machine whatsoever. So we installed the ice machine. We had a service call at one point for this location. We got a call for black specks in the ice. When it initially came out, I was like, man, this machine is so clean. Like, why is it getting black specks? And then they had insulation foam. So what was happening was the ice would fall, chip away at the little foam, and then the little foam pieces would get in the ice. Yeah, it turned out to be an easy call. We haven't had a call since for that same problem, so problem fixed. I like to wait till I get to this, when there's 2 left over, and I pour my disinfectant in there, just so I get a little bit of sanitizer through the pumps and all that. It's gonna circulate and do its thing. I found some already inside with the plastic and everything still in here, so wouldn't be filtering anything. Here it goes over to your pump. It looks good. Just give it a... This is a microphone. It's actually a microphone. It listens for the water flow going on it. And what I was doing was a little scratch test. You got your numbers here. When you scratch this, the numbers will go up. You know that this is working properly. Got up in there, it's on the video, tight spot, but yeah, the machine was beautiful, and we like to keep it that way too. Job well done. For local Phoenix branch 602, we got their national number here, and we gotta make sure that they call this one. Today was a pretty easy day. Usually it doesn't go that smooth. Usually there's at least one machine that's completely filthy, even though we maintenance them every 6 months. But hey, we got lucky today. All right, guys, we're all done for today. It was a job well done. Thanks for coming along. I hope you guys enjoyed the mysterious world of being an ice machine technician, and you got to see a little bit of what we do as ice machine tech here at Easy Ice. Hopefully you could come with me for the next time, and then we could see what it's like to do a machine clean on a dirtier ice machine. Stick around. Hope I see you guys again. Thank you very much. Peace out.